Name me another profession outside of sports where you, and I'm not talking about nepotism either, if you work for your uncle, if you work for your dad, but name me another profession outside of sports where you get rewarded for sucking, for being sorry. Like you can't get promoted at your job if you suck.
Yeah, and I don't think getting the number one pick is being promoted. I think it's just trying to just balance the scales out a little bit, and everybody had their time. I've been thinking about this because it's actually a very interesting topic in the NBA right now, with all of the teams doing this creative shit to try to. It's like a race to the bottom almost, you know.
Unguarded.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Unguarded podcast. I'm one of the hosts, Big Sarge. First of all, before I even introduce my guest, hey, ISO on me. Yeah, so they done messed up by bringing me back. I don't know what Fred was thinking, but he brought me back. And now that I know that Quez like to crash out too, he my best friend from this point on. Speaking of best friends, what's going on, Quez?
What's up, big dog?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, baby. It's good to have you back, man. Your little free trial period and went past. You locked in up, brother.
For sure. We got Quez in the building, and we also have NBA champion Fred VanVleet. Fred, how did it feel being one of the most hated for a week from Spurs fans?
Man, it's nothing new with this podcast shit, I guess. You know what's crazy? Is I wasn't even talking to them. I had no idea. And we talked about that aggregation shit, but I had no idea or thought of anything pertaining to Spurs fans. I was really talking about the day and the moment that we was having on how people was viewing it, but I ain't no bitch though.
Fuck you mean?
You know what I'm saying? But in all seriousness, what I will say is, for those that don't know, people that do know me, but I'm never talking to the dummies.
For sure.
I'm just never ever talking to dumb people that can't comprehend a clip or a statement or whatever. I'm one of the people, if I see the news, I'm gonna do my own research, I'm gonna look into it, I'm gonna watch the clip, I'm gonna read it before forming an opinion, for sure. And definitely before and I think I told you a little bit, but I went back off Twitter prior to, right? I don't like seeing too many opinions all the time. So I went back off. Long story short, I'm getting these DMs from Spurs fans on Instagram.
Ooh, I'm glad you said Spurs fans. But
bitch ass motherfuckers. That. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? What you say fuck me for? I'm like, all right, cool. So it took me a minute to put it together, and then I seen a clip going around, and the clip was Fred check Spurs fans or some shit. He's not buying the Spurs hype or some shit like that. Whatever the fuck they said. But then I watched the clip and I'm like, well, what the fuck did I say? What did I say?
Yeah.
That was so offensive. But that come with this shit.
And what the fuck did they expect though? You play for an entirely different organization. Fuck them. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think that's just the internet in general. I don't take no offense to it, but I do want to be clear that I'm never talking to dummies or people that can't comprehend what I'm trying. If you don't understand me, then I really don't give a fuck. I'm saying what I'm saying, and it's up to you how you digest that. The fact of the matter is, they are having a good season, a great season.
Yeah.
They're a really good team this year, and we'll see what they do in the playoffs, and we judge it from there. If you expected me to be their number one fan, you got me fucked up. I could care less. I'm a Houston Rockets fan.
Them motherfuckers in my DM.
They was in your DMs, Clint?
Wait, what? They know we right hand, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fred VanVleet, when the fuck is he going to come back?
Yeah.
And they came to the right DM. Yeah.
You let them have it?
What? Bitch ass.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I think, and that's what makes the game good and bad too, though. You need fandom. You need a crazy delusion about your team. Not to the point to where you don't understand what the fuck I'm saying, because I really ain't say shit crazy, but whatever. You get your shit off. I'll be back out there soon.
But that's the thing, though, because, the root word for fan is fanatic, right? And so when you look at it, it ain't nothing but a bunch of fanatics. That's why, I always laugh, joke, and play. Look, when I be talking about my gray hair, I be like, hey, man, this ain't Shipley donut residue. This is gray hair. I done been here for a minute. I was born in the 70s, right? I thought you was about to say something, Quinn. And look, you like to say something, but I was raised in a time. That's why a lot of older people, social media is weird to them, and because of the business that I'm in, I understand it. But like, if somebody in San Antonio had something to think about somebody in Houston back in my day, I wouldn't know unless I was around you or in the same spot, or now it's anybody that got Wi-Fi, anybody that got cellular service can hop on these things and just say what the hell they want to say. And that's why I'm like, the internet really made people stupid. Made them more dumber, and especially, and I'm talking about not just the internet, I'm talking about social media. Because just like when you say you're not talking to the dummies, the thing that I can't understand is these people get so blinded by their fandom that you like, listen to what he's saying. He's saying they're still a young team. They ain't been there before. Yes, they look great right now, but it's totally different. And that's what I want to ask you real quick, Fred. What changes when you go in because what you said was, something alluded to the fact of, once the playoffs start, it's different. Now you're playing this one team for maybe 7 games. What is the difference in playing in that regular season and going over to the playoffs?
I mean, everything different. I think that just like scouting, game planning, the game is slower, it's more physical. And I'm not gonna break them apart because I don't even want to go down that path again. And for strategic purposes, I'm not gonna give the game plan against them. But it's like you can game plan against them, just like you can game plan against us. You have to game plan against your opponent. Yeah. In the 82 game season, you can game plan, but it's like it's not as intense. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, what am I? I'm out with like that. That's part of the game. That happens. Like it's shit that can happen. Yeah. And I think I was more so speaking to like using another team as a means to like downplay our situation. And so my instant reaction is just to be like, all right, well, goddamn. Yeah. If you was trying to compare us to OKC, I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Yeah. They've been the best team in the league probably the last 2-3 years. They won it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cool. But you comparing us to another young team that's having a better season than us right now, it's just like I would say, and this is what I hate too, and that's another topic that we're gonna get to. But like, the same people that's building you up is gonna be the first one to break you down.
Sure. Yep.
Whereas my opinion on, I'm gonna always wait for you to prove whatever it is that needs to be proven, then you get the credit. Yeah. Versus like, this is the best thing I ever seen. Oh my God, this is the greatest player. This is the greatest team of all time. And then as soon as they're like, oh, they suck. They ain't like, no, they underperforming to your opinion and your standards. And I, as a player, I have a hard time understanding the fan mindset when it comes to like how you judging things, because 9 times out of 10, you're grading them up against your own opinion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily where that team is in the moment.
Yeah, and my whole thing is like, first thing I be doing sometimes, people be saying, oh, you such about these athletes. I be like, hey, bro, when the last time you ran full speed? Like, when is the last time last time I ran full speed, 2012, I pulled my hamstring. That's it.
Them tendons and all that shit don't even work like that no more.
At all. When the last time you ran full speed, Quinn?
Shit, about a few days ago.
Full speed?
Full speed.
Like full speed, like when you was little and the police were chasing. No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Full speed for sure. I just had to try it out.
Yeah, speaking of full speed, on Monday night, it looked like the Rockets started out in full speed, and then next thing you know, I don't know who hit the emergency brake. I don't know who pulled the emergency brake. I don't know what happened, but in that second half against the Los Angeles Lakers on Monday night, the Houston Rockets lost 100-92, which was funny because, I asked Kevin Durant after the game about did it feel like a playoff atmosphere, and he was like, well, but looking at this score, it looks like a 90s playoff game. And then he said some other things that I won't say about, Lakers
second
fans
half,
being in
went
there.
back to just what he was saying. They just game plan.
Exactly. And so that's what I was about to say. When you all were watching the game, Quez, when you was watching the game, what did you see in that second half?
I didn't see the same tenacity or ferocity that they had in the first half, honestly. It just seemed like Kevin Durant was the one bringing the ball up the court, and everybody else kind of didn't know where to go. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like wasn't no movement. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see other guys and other teams know how to move without the ball. It just seemed like everybody was just lost. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could see the frustration, you know, amongst everybody. It's like, damn, like I'm getting trapped. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at? You know, it was just like from where I was sitting, I'm like, God damn,
Yeah.
we need some more help. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And hold on, Fred, you might have to sit this one out because just let Sarge talk for a second. Just sit this one out for a second. So here's my thing, right? And this is the thing that I can't understand. You are 3 quarters into the season. Like, you only got like 2.5 weeks left. They've been doubling and triple teaming Kevin Durant from day one. It's like, oh, no Fred. Okay, so cool. They ain't really got no point guard play. They got young point guards. Our men played point guard his entire career until he got into the NBA. He ain't played NBA point guard. Reed, this is his 2nd year. And you got, Aaron, who, may play one day, may not. Josh Okogie, whatever the case may be. But they've been double teaming him and triple teaming him. I feel like I've had the same conversation with Coach and with Kevin about what can be done to eliminate this. And in that second half of that Lakers game on Monday night, I'm saying to myself, how are you getting out coached by JJ Redick? He was just a podcaster 2 years ago. Like, I get it. I understand. I'm not trying to knock JJ Redick for...
That's a pretty big knock. Well, go ahead.
But I mean, I'm
Back
just...
in, get
I'm just saying, right?
Shout out to JJ.
Yeah, shout out to JJ, who was, like, I call him JJ Shepard, like, because he was Reed before. Anyway, that's another story for another time. Anyway, he went from being, NBA player. I'm not knocking his NBA career, but he was a podcaster who became a head coach. He didn't even go through nothing, just became a head coach. You went to the finals. Like, you can't be getting out coached by this guy. But even with that being said, I didn't like the body language of the team in the second half. It looks like, I'm going to be honest with you, it looks like they didn't give up, but they just gave, like, if Kevin is being double teamed, somebody has to come to the ball. And I get it. I've never played not 1 second in the NBA, but it just looked like things weren't moving as fast as they should have been moving. And this is where I got to bring you back in, Fred. How can a team ramp up and take that next step when it's playoff time?
Like, how can we take a next step when playoff time? Well, I think different teams bring different scenarios. Like, everybody don't have the same personnel, so everybody's approach is going to be different. Last night, they went to an approach that has worked against us throughout the course of this season, which is put 2 on the ball and live with whatever happens on the back end of that. We've been able to make teams pay sometimes, and sometimes we haven't. And I think that game was an instance where you just didn't make them pay. I remember one possession that sticks out in my head, and we might have been down 4 or 2 at the point we have 4 shots on the go. 2 Kevin threes, another kick out 3, and a tip in. And you go 0 for 4, and that just drastically changes the outcome of the game. So for me, it's less about like trying to draw a conclusion on what we saw, and it's more like I don't think people understand how fragile the game is, because going into the 4th quarter, you're up 71-60, whatever. We had like an 8-point lead, I think, right? Or 80-72, some shit like that. Yeah. We had like an 8-point lead. Kevin goes to the bench. We start the 4th day, and we end up scoring 12 in the 4th. My main takeaway is just the turnovers.
Yes.
Right? And I think that you can focus on how we got the turnovers or why we got the turnovers, but the fact of the matter is 22 or 24 turnovers, whatever the case may be, in a 100-point game, that's just hard to overcome, especially when you shoot 5 for 26 from 3. So I think that it's fair. There's fair criticism to go all across the board. We're in this shit together as a team, and obviously I'm dying to fucking be out there just to like be in that fight. Whether you win or you lose, you just want to be. I don't want to be no fucking spectator. So that part is tough personally, but like it's on everybody.
And we had
top to bottom. You win together, you lose together.
We had another 15 to say 22 points with Alpie being out too. You know what I'm saying? So that's another like game plan that they would have to, you know what I'm saying, essentially put into play too with him being on the court. With him off the court, it's like shit. Say less. You know what I'm saying?
My thing from right now as I have a seat on the sideline is like and I mean, I had a fucking migraine, all the yelling I was doing yesterday, but or whatever day that was. But offensive execution,
Yeah.
not the result, just the execution.
Yeah.
Offensive execution, defensive execution. Can you execute the game plan defensively and offensively? Can you execute what it is that you're trying to get done?
Yeah.
And clearly, we didn't do that at a high enough level to get the job done.
Yeah, and I don't want to. Let me go ahead and say this. I don't want no smoke with Ime because he boxing.
Yeah.
And if he jab me, I'm done.
Yeah, he'll put you down for sure.
For sure. Yeah, I'm gonna. But
for sure.
oh yeah, I'm gonna fall down, and yeah, I'm not getting back up. No, I'm not, because if I get up, then when I do the civil suit, don't worry about that,
Yeah.
Fred. That's something else for another time. But I will say,
wrong.
but Quest, to your point, this is, there's been a lot of attacks on Alperen Sengun this year, and a small is warranted, but a lot of it isn't. And the reason why I say that, to me, is just from the way that I'm looking, is because a lot of people don't realize. Yeah, you can criticize, Alpe's defense. You can criticize the way that he's playing on the defensive side of the ball. But even in the game last night, what you missed from an Alperen Sengun is helping bring the ball up the court.
For sure.
Now you got another ball handler, because when Alpe is down there, his man is all the way down on the other end of the court. And if they press him, he got another ball handler. So you really have two ball handlers, and Alpe can bring the ball up and start the offense as well. And so when he's on the bench and you're missing that, and now you're trying to get other people to be primary ball handlers, it's just different. And Alpe this season has gotten used to being able to bring the ball up. And so when you have him out, not only that, when you look at when the Lakers went small, like, you can't go, I don't care what nobody say, when the Rockets are on, you can't go small against them, because Alpe's going to destroy any smaller defender. Let me say it like this, because I know we got to get, because Kendrick Perkins, and man, I like Perk. Like, I've talked to Perk so much. I like Perk, but I understand what he's doing now, and I understand that he's got to do this podcast thing, and I get it.
It was one thing he said that I agreed with.
But really quick, I was just gonna say this: when Perk, what Perk doesn't realize, and I understand he played the game, but when Perk and others start criticizing Alpe is having a bad year because of Alpe. He's missing, but he at the rim. So he's just not finishing at the rim, but he's getting to the rim. And so if he can clean that up, now you're looking at it like, damn, Alpe is one of the top big men in the league. So what he's going through right now, to me, is he's just got to be strong as far as finishing is concerned. So that's why I don't like all the criticism, man, especially with Kendrick Perkins, come on, man.
Let's hear what he said, because I didn't see that.
Defense.
Alperen.
What up, man? He makes my fucking skin crawl.
He was called a baby young kid.
Nah, man, I switched that shit. He's nowhere close to what I would expect out of talent-wise, offensively.
Yeah.
He has that, but it's a mindset, bro. Defensively, against the Spurs, they went at him. Dylan Harper said they went at him 15 straight plays. 15. You know how fucking disrespectful that is?
I just watched the Washington Wizards play. I know.
No, but what I'm saying is that they know that you're not going to put your feet in the ground and be willing to slide your fucking puppies for 2 steps and take pride in defending. No Steven Adams. You're the starting center. At some point, you're going to have to say, man, you know what? I got to anchor this defense. You can't give me 110% offensively down the floor and give me 40% on the defensive side of things. I'm not saying he's the most athletic, but those guys cannot coexist. I can go on a rant right now and...
Quez, thoughts? Because you said you agreed with him on something.
It wasn't even about the Alpe shit. It was about the actual team. He said he didn't see a lot of guys flying around high-fiving chest bumps and shit like that. And I think that's like really, really essential in a team sport. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It brings up the morale of the team. And you don't see that with the Rockets right now. You don't see guys flying around, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The guy that does that is out right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But as far as what he just said...
No, because I'm letting you go, because I'm about to be petty.
Yeah, no.
So I want you to know that up front.
I ain't gonna be petty, and I understand. I think I understand the space better than most. obviously Alpe's my brother, so any criticism, valid or not, always just hit a little different. I think I'm gonna just fuck what he said. I don't like he been one of his biggest cheerleaders though.
For sure. You just said that.
I just said, I mean, and it's not a thing with Perk because I've been watching Perk in the media space since he started. Like I understand, you know what I mean? I get the business model. I understand it.
Yep.
He gonna be around for a long time doing this shit. He's good at it. But like, I just can't relate to like, I'm crowning somebody and I'm bigging them up, and then as soon as it ain't looking like how it's supposed to look, then I'm gonna tear you down. Like that's just a big yin and yang.
Yeah.
And as a player, you would think you would have more discernment. You know what I'm saying? And because we can go full on media. I mean, shit, this is considered media right now. What we're doing, but I still. I'm going to try to give more of a fair shake. And I'm not saying he said nothing wrong or right. That's on him.
Yeah.
Can Alpe be better on defense? Yes. Is he one of our most important players? Yes. Was he an all-star this year? Yes. Was he something totally different before I got here 3 years ago? Yeah. I think that he's taken tremendous strides in all areas of his game. And, yeah, it's the spotlight's on now. Yeah. So when the spotlight's on, you're going to get criticism like this. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whether it's warranted or not. I wish I was out there to help him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think that I'm and I know he's been dealing with a little thing. He missed a couple games, but and we had this conversation. Come back strong, finish the season strong, put a good performance on in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? It's ups and downs as a player. You got to go through that shit sometime.
Yeah. We seen this nigga highlights before.
You know what?
See, I'm gonna let y'all do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh yeah. No.
I'm not gonna do that.
Take a step back, Fred. Let me and Quez take these bullets because I'm about to take. So real quickly, you're right because I've been covering Alpe ever since he got into the league. I was there when he got drafted. I was there with his initial press conference. I've seen him every play that he's played in the NBA. And this was before you got here. And even now, when we talk to Alpe, even during the press conference, he says he misses you the most because, when you go back and you look at the time that you and Alpe spent together, especially when y'all started clicking and got on the same page, you always put him in the right position. And for those of you all who don't believe that, hey, go back and listen to the Unguarded podcast when Draymond Green, he said that exact same thing sitting right where Quez is. Remember he said, Fred, you made Alpe stand up to me. You took Alpe to the next level. So with that being said, he does miss you the most. And the Rockets miss a true point guard the most, right? Because we've said this before, when you're in the game, you know how to slow things down and get people in the right position. So
can I ask you a question about that, though? Because this is another thing that I've been seeing. Like, because the counter to that argument is, oh, well, our offensive numbers was this year, and it was this, and Fred ain't that good, and he ain't this, and he ain't that. And I'm trying to figure out why the fuck you would be comparing this team currently constructed to a team constructed a year ago or the year before that with, like, it's just a totally different situation.
I'm glad you asked that because there's a bunch of analytical assholes. A bunch of analytical nerds out there who only look at numbers and they don't look at they don't use the eye test anymore. That's why I don't go back and forth with a lot of these cats, especially a lot of these young cats who will go and look up, per 36 and per 100 and this, that, and other. What does your eyes tell you? What are you watching? I don't give a damn about, it's better to do this, better to do that. What is going on in the game? What did you see? And that's how I get into it with a lot of people, even in the media, because they'll have a back and forth with me. Well, according to the numbers, I don't give a damn about them damn numbers. What did you see? What was going on the court? What are you watching? Don't give me, he shoots the three right here. But shit, he's at the rim. What is he kicking it back out? Because the numbers say he's supposed to kick it back out. Yeah. You're at the rim. Score the bucket. Live to fight another day. So that's what it is, Fred. You got a bunch of these analytical assholes who don't, and a lot of them don't know the game. You got a bunch of nerds who ain't never played the game, or you got a lot of people out there who was playing JV as a senior.
They love the game. I mean, people love the game. I get it. I just don't. I'm trying to figure out how Now, granted, I'm not telling you I'm the savior. I'm not telling you that I'm going to come and magically erase all of the problems that we have. But what I will say is I've never made a team worse.
Yeah.
And every team that I ever played on was better, and I was a part of that shit. I've never made a team worse. And so I'm having trouble trying to figure out how whatever's going on with the team this year, we're going to use that as an opportunity to make an indictment on me as who the fuck I am as a player or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the main thing. But it's cool, though. Y'all keep talking y'all shit. Keep tweeting and fucking till your fingers hurt. I'm just using this shit for motivation because I need something in the morning when I get up and I'm doing my leg squats and shit like that.
Sure.
I need some shit to work on. So y'all keep talking that shit. I'm never too big or too good for any type of little extra motivation that I need. And I'm gonna come back, you know what I'm saying, 110% stronger.
Well, real quickly though, because now, my media side and kicked in the journalist side. How old are you, Fred?
32.
How old will you be when you come back? 32 going on 33.
32.
How long you been in the league?
10 years. It'll be my 11th year.
So you'll be going on your 11th year.
Yeah.
You'll be 32, almost a 33-year-old point guard.
Yeah.
This ain't 22, 23-year-old Fred VanVleet.
For sure.
This is 32, 33-year-old Fred VanVleet. So do you think that you can come back from what you're going through right now at that high level that you've been playing with the whole time? At this age,
I'm gonna come back better than I ever been. I know that 1,000%. Whatever that look like, I'm gonna come back better than I ever been. I got nothing but time. My body's taking a year off. Like, I'm gonna work this motherfucking knee back up. The medicine and whatever the case it is now, and the rehab and all this shit is different. ACL is not a death sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be. My shit, it is what it is. It happened. I'm gonna come back stronger. If you don't believe me, then just shit. Keep talking shit. I'm gonna show you. I'm not like, I don't gotta do a host up here and do a whole bunch of talking.
Yeah.
This, that, and the third. I know what the fuck I bring to the table. I know the teams that I've been on. I know my teammates, coaches, front offices, ownership, people that's been around me. They know what I bring to the table. So if you don't believe it, cool. Don't believe it. I really don't give a fuck what you believe or not. I believe it. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't, then you just, shit, wait and see. It is what it is.
I mean, because it's all a mindset anyway. Age is just a number, but it's how you feel in your mind. So that's why I asked, because it's going to be a lot of pushback.
I ain't got too much fucking athleticism I got to go get back now. It ain't like I got to go get 30 inches of fucking vertical back.
Yeah.
It ain't really what the fuck.
Yeah.
If I can't run and jump and cut, I don't need to be playing anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to have to work my way back. It's going to look different at first. Of course, but we seeing guys come back early from Achilles. It's just it's a different time. You know what I'm saying? So it's great for me because it's just another challenge.
You got that light skin power anyway, like Jason Tatum. So I mean, for some reason,
Jason Tatum showing the world.
Look, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton gonna come back with the light skin perk. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's
the hair.
It's the hair.
Yeah,
it's the good hair.
Yeah, it's the curly. I ain't gonna call it good or bad, but it's curly than a motherfucker. I tell you that much.
Yeah, but no, I just had to ask that.
Hat, huh?
No, I just had to ask that. But hey, look, hey, hold on. Let me stay on point. Kendrick Perkins. Sometimes you get to talking like you were a great two-way player. And I'm gonna say this, and I got much respect for Perk. When I say much respect, I got much respect for Perk. I ain't running from no fight, but I don't want to fight him either, because Perk's a big dude. Like, he's a big guy. I've seen him in person, talked to him on multiple occasions, and I know me and Perk follow each other on social media. But I don't like when sometimes you get on here, and I'm gonna talk about it. Like, to me, if Albie was playing on some of these teams that Kendrick Perkins was playing on, he'd be an NBA champion as well. And if he didn't have to have all the pressure on, if the only thing that he had to do was play defense and rebound, that'd be one thing. That's all Kendrick Perkins really had to do his whole career. And like I said, I've been watching Kendrick Perkins since high school. He was an All-American. He was dominating. He was bigger than everybody. I mean, when I tell you that he would punish you in the paint, he would. But now,
school, man.
Right.
We give a fuck about all that.
Exactly, Quest. So that's what I'm saying now. It's like, I get it. Your job is to criticize, and I get your job is to, be an analyst or whatever it is you're doing right now. But when you start talking about certain people, especially when the ones you don't watch on a consistent basis, that's the thing that be pissing me off. I get it. You may watch a Rockets game here. You may watch a Rockets game there, here and there, just so you can be caught up. You may watch some clips so you can come on your podcast or whatever it is, or ESPN, and talk about it. I'm watching every game, bruh. I'm watching every game. I'm watching every minute of what Alpe's doing. And Alpe's also a European player. How long did it take Jokic to pick up the game? How long did it take Giannis to pick up the game? How long is it taking a couple of these guys who just got drafted? Like that's two different styles of basketball. And I know that Alpe's been in the league 5 years now, and not only has he been in the league for 5 years, how many systems has he been through? This is the only consistency that he's had in a long time. Remember when Alpe first got into the league, the Rockets were tanking. I'll say it. The Rockets were tanking.
I'll say it.
And so he'll get out there. He do whatever he want to do. Jalen do whatever he want to do. KJ Martin get out and do whatever it is. Like whatever they wanted to do, that's what they did because it was no consequences until Ime got here. So now this is his 3rd year with Ime. He's still learning. He's still learning the game. So I don't want to say that Alpe is terrible, but damn, Kendrick, you ain't got to say that.
He going overboard because just like we just said, like he was high praise on him. You know what I'm saying? He gave him the nickname Baby Jokic. So you seen something in him. You know what I'm saying? So don't act like the motherfucker just ain't doing nothing. Yeah, he might have some, some fall off games or something like that. But hold on, bro. Pump your fucking brakes.
My last thing on this. And me and Ime, I laugh because Ime don't have he not on social media. He don't know what the fuck is going on. So sometimes it's like his press conferences shit go viral.
Yep.
But we actually talked about it when he said, when they asked him about Alpe's defense and the team's hunting them at the end of the game, and he's like, "It's no different than any other time since I've been here."
Yep.
And it went viral because it sounds crazy.
Yep.
But when I talked to him, he's like, "No, dog, I didn't mean nothing by it." Like,
Right.
and I
Yep.
talked to Alpe about it. Like, that's a fact.
They hunt him.
They hunting them. That's
Yep.
a fact. That's been the case. You know.
Yep.
So and the other aspect, and what I'm saying with a critical eye is, if you're criticizing him now, whether that's based upon team performance or individual performance or whatever the case may be, his defense ain't that much fucking different than what it's been since we've been here.
Yep.
Can it be better? Yes.
Absolutely.
Is he out there just like literally not trying on defense? No. Can he be better? 1,000%. But I think the message and the messenger, that's where I don't know. I usually just stay. That's why I don't criticize people publicly, because it's just like, what the fuck is the point? But I get the game we in too.
Yeah, speaking of the game that we're in, there was an announcement that the NBA may be looking to expand, expand and put teams in Seattle and Las Vegas. Those are, the alleged cities that they want to put them in. Quez, how do you feel about the NBA expanding?
Shit, I feel good. I'm gonna tell you like this, goddamn. Go ahead and the players on the Pelicans, y'all get ready. Pack your bags. Goddamn. Cause man, listen. Just going there for a couple games, being back in the family room. Yeah. Go and pack your bags. Get ready to go to one of the other, you know what I'm saying? What is it gonna be, 32 teams then?
Yep.
Well,
Is it 30?
It's 30 right now, correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be 31, 32, depending if they get rid of them, but still.
And
They're not getting rid of the
I
Pelicans.
know they ain't. I'm just, hypothetically speaking.
And
They ain't get
that's
rid of
my
them.
issue. That's my issue and my problem. If you're already struggling for ratings, if you're already struggling to keep things basically afloat, I mean, people are still, this is the first time that people talked about the All-Star game and I don't know how long. People, you're already, and you're putting these games on different platforms where it's harder for the fan to find them. I get that part. Me, if I'm the commissioner of the NBA, I'm not expanding. What I'm doing is, hey, New Orleans, it's been real. We gave y'all a team long enough. We taking y'all away. Hey, Vegas, guess what? Woohoo, you got a new team. Damn, Memphis, we love you. We really do. Y'all have been great to us. The barbecue is amazing. Yeah, so Seattle has been wanting a team for a very, very long time. Let's just go ahead and put them over there. Sacramento, there's nothing to do in Sacramento, so why we gonna put another? Why we put a team there?
You got them changing the name. Baltimore Colts, Houston
You
Oilers.
can't just take a team from their city and move them, bro. That's not how it works. You can't do that. I mean,
But and I understand. I just don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you look at to me where the NBA is right now, you're expanding. You know what I do? If you want to really expand, shit, put a team over in the EuroLeague.
yeah, I mean, I think we're gonna see both. I think also too, Yeah, I never believed the TV rating thing because it's just too easy to manipulate, and I think ratings all across the board is down because we watching everything on our phones now. So, motherfuckers say what they want. Oh, this was the lowest rating, this was the highest rating. They can say what they want to say. The business ain't going down, and if these teams reportedly is being bidded on from $7 to $10 billion a piece, you ain't turning that shit down. I don't give a fuck what you got going on.
Well, where the TV money coming from? That's coming from the ratings.
Right, but who give out the ratings?
If I'm trying to get a TV deal, I'm gonna walk into whoever I'm trying to sell it to. Let's just say I'm trying to sell it to the new Negro Network, right? Triple N. Hey, look at what we're doing here. We're streaming. We have this. I'm going to bring that fictitious number in there because I'm trying to let you know, hey, this is how many eyes that I can put on it. But what is, like, once you walk out, like, what is the real number? Like, just to me, and I've been watching basketball for a very long time, I just feel like maybe you can get the most out of it if instead of expanding, you shrink it. Just shrink it, take it down by a couple of teams. If you want to put these teams in, move, like I said, move New Orleans. Like they move teams around for the longest. Just move.
Hell no.
They got to goddamn the players. It's
How
gonna be
you
more
gonna
players.
shrink
huh?
it? It's too late to shrink it now. And the TV deal is just one part of revenue, by the way. You know what I'm saying? These teams are not being valued at these numbers for no reason. Somebody making money off this shit. The Lakers just sold for $10 billion.
They're the Lakers though. That's LA. They gonna
Okay,
be
well,
watched.
the bids on these next two teams is 7 to 10. The new teams, Vegas and Seattle.
What do you think the attendance? So
I think they both gonna get 10. I think because it's like sometimes, and this thing I had to learn the hard way in business too, is like it's not always what you worth, is what somebody willing to pay.
that is
Yeah.
true.
So,
for sure.
how do you think they're gonna have a shortage of bids for a Las Vegas basketball team?
got
With the
you.
A's
Hell no.
already moving there, the Aces doing great. The hockey team does great. The Raiders, that's a different story. But I'm sure they sell tickets.
Yeah.
This my thing though. Who the fuck you gonna put on the team? The team gonna be weak as hell.
No, it ain't gonna be weak because it's an expansion draft. It's gonna be an expansion draft. So each team probably have to protect players that they don't want to be picked off, but it's gonna be a pool of players that, you know what I'm saying?
Because what I'm saying is, right, we're looking at the 30 teams we got right now, the best players. You add 2 more teams, and who the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? Where the players gonna get from? You
They
gonna
gonna
trade
give
them
you
from another team to go over there, whatever the case may be?
Yeah.
I mean, equal it out type shit?
Yeah, so and I'm not saying that this is not insider knowledge or
Disclaimer.
nothing. We just talking shit. But like a typical expansion draft would be like Sarge is the GM of the Rockets, and he says you can't take Alpha, you can't take KD, you can't take Twin, you can't take Barry, you can't, there's a list of like non-negotiables, and then everybody else free game. So then it's up to the teams to pick.
So then you get all the other niggas. Like,
No,
you know
it's
what I'm
not a
saying?
shortage of good players in the NBA.
No.
It's enough good players for 2 more teams.
No, I'm saying like you don't got no other big like superstars. If the GM is saying you can't take my top guys, who the fuck you gonna build?
Whoever's a free agent in 2028.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I got you.
I don't like it. And the reason why I don't like it is because you do that, right? What's the average attendance at a Hawks game? Well, they didn't won 10 in a row, so that's different. They may get some people out now.
They got a little Boosie up front, goddamn. That's all the fuck they
The
need.
attendance at a Pacers game, a team who's actively tanking. The Kings who actively tanking. Well, some of these teams are giving away tickets. And it's crazy because they're giving away tickets, and the people like, nah, we good. I still don't want to go. I
They
rather
only
stay
gonna
at home
come
watch.
when they play a certain
think-
team.
and I think that I think the team that's famous for that is New Orleans. But I think that the narrative on New Orleans is that ownership, the team is an afterthought, and I think that's the sticking point. And it's like you shouldn't like feel that, even if that's the case, because some of these owners have a million things going on. Right, and they're very wealthy people, and they have other things that they do, and they just own a sports team is cool. But New Orleans is the only one where I'm kind of just like
Allegedly, the Saints is the focal point.
when you go there, it just feels like it's not important to where you are. You know what I mean? I think that would be the knock on them specifically.
Sacramento ain't like that.
No, because Sacramento was rocking especially when they good.
When last time they been good?
2 years ago, whatever year that was when Mike Brown was out there when they made the playoffs.
So my point exactly. They had Fox, they had some bonus, and then all of a sudden it's like, nah, let's get rid of Fox and let's
Yeah, but
actively
that's
tank.
just that's again. I'm not here to say.
office does.
Yeah, I can't control what the management does. You know what I mean? But I was pretty sure that Sacramento is still a valuable franchise.
So with that being said, though, when these teams start doing things like that, who pays for that? The consumer, the fan.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie. If I was in Indianapolis, they'd be like, "Hey man, we got flow seats to the Pacers game." I'd be like,
Who they
"Hell no,
playing?
I'm gonna stay home and play Roblox or something." I don't know, whatever.
Indiana got a hardcore fan base too, though.
Yeah.
That might be a bad example because they got a really good like fan base no matter what.
There ain't nothing else to do there.
Well, hey,
anyway,
you said it. I didn't say that. Shout out to Indianapolis, but I think that, and you're right. I think that in most of these cases, the fans is the ones that's affected by the consumer, right? I mean, it's hard. You hear all the complaints. It's hard to watch the games. It's too hard to track. They mad about this. They mad about that. But I mean, shit, you can't please everybody.
That's true.
I ain't mad at 2 more teams. You can be mad all the fuck you want to. I ain't mad at 2 more teams. Come on. Let's do the Europe and all the other shit too. Abu Dhabi everywhere. Because like it's such a global game. It's such a beautiful thing when it's like, you got to protect the game. You know what I mean? From the tradition and the history and like the essence of the basketball. That's my focus, and that's why I'm happy to be the president of the union because I can give that input. It's like, let the business people do the business things. I am a basketball expert and a fucking historian and a steward of the game. Yeah.
Do you think that they'll be able to protect the tradition and the history of the NBA when you go into expansion and go overseas and all that shit though? Because when you evolve, you essentially taking away from tradition too sometimes. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's a fine line, and I think that Adam does a good job of walking that line, and he takes, I don't want to say, he takes bumps and bruises on both sides of the coin sometimes. It's like he's pushing too much or he's pushing. But I think that he has a good handle on how far to push. I think that history is meant to be broken. Records are meant to be broken. The value of a jump shot and a three-pointer is not the same as it was 10, 20 years ago. Anyway, we just saw Kobe's record being broken. Nobody ever thought that would happen, especially not Bam. Right? Nobody would have ever. You could never imagine that shit in a million years. But shout out to Bam. That was crazy. But I'm saying there's been expansions already. Like, this is just the history. It's kind of, you're a little older than us, just a little bit. But I'm saying you don't want to be the old head that's like, oh, man, these new kids, man, y'all doing the same shit. Y'all was doing the same shit. You just thought it was cooler, and now it's a new wave coming along. Now, granted, I'm on the other side. I'm saying, hey, let's slow down. We don't need a 4-point line. We don't need all this extra shit. It's a very, very fine line. But in terms of the business development, I'm with it. I just think the Euro thing is gonna be a little different just because it's like that's gonna have to exist outside of the 32 thing. But I'm a fan of, like, now that I've been in the West for 3 years. Yeah, we need to reorganize these conferences and shit too, because it's a little crazy over here on this side.
Yeah, I feel
West,
what I'm saying.
everybody,
man, listen, everybody loaded over here. It's
everybody
crazy.
get down.
Yeah, and the way that I look at it, well, real quickly, speaking of expansion, right? Quez, what the hell been going on in Houston this last couple of weeks, man? The rodeo come and everybody, and all of a sudden,
overly loaded.
Bro, I seen dudes standing in the parking lot of a strip club just throwing ones, and I'm saying to myself, "Hey, where this at? Cause this is where I need to be. I ain't twerking or nothing like that. I ain't shaking no ass. But I mean, if you put free money out in the parking lot, I might as well go out and get it. But you got that going on. You got people overpaying to get inside the club.
You know that's a product of when you feel like you're important in your own city and you come to somewhere new. Motherfucker don't know you.
Yeah.
Motherfucker don't give a fuck about all that. Because you got the same amount of people that got the same or more paper than you.
Yeah.
So you come out this motherfucker trying to pop your shit, you gonna get overly charged, overly taxed.
Especially in Houston.
Yeah. That's what they
Especially
doing.
in Houston, party city. Bro, listen, when I used to go out, it was like $20 to get into the club. And I was like,
$20 get your ass an Uber back to the airport. Barely that. Shit.
$20, but I mean, I'm looking at, and so I'm watching all these videos, and I'm seeing all these things, especially like, my grandkids came from New Orleans to go to the rodeo and to the carnival and things like that. But then I'm seeing that, and I was like, I don't understand, and y'all way younger than me. When did Houston become a spring break city though?
When Miami shut it down.
Miami shut it down.
They did the curfew and all that shit. So they like, shit, we're gonna go to Houston.
But Houston ain't got no beaches.
They walk around with motherfucking swimsuits like they going to Trill Burgers.
Hey, they got a beach at Sakai. They got that big ass pool. They don't
look
need
at all that.
need
Look at
the
all that
sand.
water.
Look at that shit. Damn.
Sakai, shout out Sakai. Shit.
I listen. It's cool for me because like I like watching the videos. I be reliving some of my younger days through all that. I be like, cause I ain't gonna even lie. If I was younger, I'd have been right in the mix too, right out there.
The only thing I wanted to know was, did spring break always align with rodeo like this? Like when I don't understand the timing of like how it just. I feel like it just happened.
But spring break was hosted somewhere else though. That's the only thing about it.
So it's always.
Oh, I didn't know that Miami shut it down. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's the thing. So because they always coincided with each other because they wanted to be able to have the kids. They so the rodeo and the carnival is really for families, right? It's really for families. And even when I was going back in the 90s, it was when you go on the weekends, it's a hangout spot, right? And so that's what it becomes at night. The carnival becomes a hangout spot. But then when you start getting that many people, and then you get all these out of towners coming in, then it turns into something totally different.
Did you see what Slim Thug said? He said we could take the south side of Houston and redevelop it and put a beach over there because he's from the north side, but everybody from the south side.
Exactly. Yeah, he
He said you could put a beach and water and everything over there.
I don't hate it. I mean, shit, they having fun. Let them rock out. I ain't been paying attention to it that much, but hopefully everybody, made it through the weekend safe and sound, or however long they here for. I know I got some friends that's making some money over the week for sure. At some of these fine establishments,
They cancel all them flights too.
It's a lot of money coming in. I wouldn't be one to run it through an airport right about now, especially not drunk and hungover.
The rodeo just announced too that they enforcing a dress code next year.
I heard that.
I don't know how I feel about that though, and I get it and I understand.
Too much ass out.
That's what they say. They say that the young ladies are showing up half naked, right? And I'm
What
not.
they think they were gonna do?
So my whole thing is if they feel comfortable doing that, then let them do it. Like if I'm out and a young lady is half naked, if I look at her, then that's on me.
All right, when they start losing money, they're gonna be like, "Come on, come as you are."
Exactly. And that's the thing that's the thing I don't like. I haven't seen the dress code, but I know that it entails some things. Oh, you got to have this on, you got to have that on. I don't like that.
I never been to the rodeo yet. Is it like overly white? Like, I mean, obviously it's a rodeo. I'm talking because you got like the livestock and all of that. You have the actual thing, which is the actual rodeo, and then you have kind of like a side.
So it's like
the carnival and shit like that.
I just went to the carnival. That was it.
It's like it's pretty much like it is in every city. During the daytime,
yeah.
During the nighttime.
Okay.
So if you go to, let's just say you go to a popular restaurant during the day,
yeah,
you may be nothing but
family friendly, nice.
Yeah, family friendly, white people in there, and then that same restaurant or that same establishment come to nighttime, turn into a club or turn into a bar or whatever the case may be.
Man.
And that's what happens at the rodeo is that once that sun go down, they all migrate to the carnival, and then when you get that influx of out of towners, it just turns into something different. Now, I could see right there. I can't see my anxiety up right now just looking at that.
And that's the number when people ask you, like, why you haven't been? I said, but it's just too many people for me. Like, I just don't like being around that many people. The last thing for me is the dress code, right? And my natural instinct is like, it's just something inherently wrong that just feels like anti-black about a dress code, you know, because of the experience that we have. You go to a restaurant, you got some nice clothes on, and it's like, we went somewhere, I ain't gonna say the name of the place, but we went somewhere and I had like some Pradas on, you know, I had a decent, I put that shit on sometimes.
What the same size can I borrow?
No, you can't have those, but I'll get you some other ones. But the dude, like, it's a black dude, y'all can't come in here. You can't wear the tennis shoes. I'm just like, bro, these, like, you don't know what these is, bro? Yeah. Like, you can't wear Jordans. These not Jordans, bro. And there ain't nothing wrong with Jordans.
Yeah.
But, and so I've had that experience, and I know that that's sometimes a way to keep certain crowds out. Now, fast forward, I'm a full-blown capitalist and a person that's been having money for a few years. I own my own establishments and shit like that. I understand why you put dress codes in, because you are trying to steer away from a different crowd. You just don't want it to be like a skin color thing.
Yeah, you don't want to come off.
You know what I'm saying? And
Nah,
it's
for sure.
it's hard to tell sometimes.
Yes, I understand, but we also got to stop putting ourselves in position to have that done to us sometimes
Amen.
too.
Amen.
Sometimes, like when I'm watching these videos, right, and I was like, well, they finna enforce a dress code. They
They gonna
finna
shut that
enforce
shit
a,
down. Yeah, that was crazy.
a curfew and all that stuff. One of the reasons why
Some of that
Miami
shit
did
is
that.
inherent though, because like you look at me, right? I go to establishment, I'm tattooed the fuck out the whole time. Man, what's up? How you doing? You know, so I still know how to present myself in a professional way, but
Yeah.
from the eye test, it's like, no, he's a thug.
Yep.
Yeah, you right, bitch. I am thugging, but don't get it fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still know how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still have to be professional.
Yeah.
But that's like I don't know, man. That's a whole different topic for a whole different
I haven't
show.
been.
but
I don't
yes.
want to give a real
Yeah.
opinion. I've never been there, so I don't want to speak on.
All I'm gonna say is it's a fine line, and I'm not saying that we have to, as African Americans, that we have to act a certain way. But sometimes when you go to some places, you already know what how somebody is going to look at you, or how somebody's going to
sure.
perceive you. So when you go, sometimes, like, I mean, okay, look, if you ain't gotta have your booty out. If you just want to have your thighs out, just have your thighs
These young
out. or
kids
whatever
ain't
the
nothing
case may
behind their eyeballs though right now. So
yeah, nah, I don't
it's
know.
hard.
Shit, make it the cowboy apparel. I like some of them outfits.
Hey,
They got some nice outfits that's pretty reasonable. You know what I mean for everybody.
Hey, speaking of young kids, we got March Madness about to start here. Prairie View A&M, you know, HBCU. I'm a proud alumni. Like, I graduated for real.
see,
For real.
they
I didn't
got-
just go to Prairie View. I graduated from Prairie View because there's some people who just got swag out was they ain't graduated from college. So,
HBCU, I went to HBCU too.
what HBCU you went to?
Fayetteville State. Shout out to the Broncos.
That's a real HBCU?
The real HBCU.
No, because
We'll
Prairie
fuck
View.
y'all up, boy.
Prairie View. What?
Anywho, go
Come on
with
now.
where shit
No,
questions.
hold on now. Prairie View is a real HBCU, but Prairie View made it to the they actually won 4 games in 4 days. They came in as the 8th seed and won the SWAC tournament, and now they're going to play. I think they play. I forgot. They play to get beat by Florida. So I just want them to win
That's
because
crazy,
you know. Real quick story. I think the first time they made it is when Paul Pierce was on that Kansas team. It was Paul Pierce, was Ostertag on that team too? They had a good squad on that team, but that's the year Cuttino Mobley and Lamar Odom was playing up in, Rhode Island. And so Kansas bust the clock on Prairie View, ran them out, laughing at them, this, that, and other. So as Prairie View's running out, this is why I'm a huge Cuttino Mobley and Lamar Odom fan. As Prairie View's coming off the court, you know, it's like, damn, we can't beat Kansas, right? Lamar Odom and Cuttino Mobley said, hey, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it in the next round. And that year, they bust their ass and they said, this is for Prairie View. Y'all want to laugh? Now look at you over there. Paul Pierce, sit over there and laugh like that.
That part.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they don't love you like
That's
they love
tough.
Kobe. But anyway, with
He's still hurt by that.
My mommy is.
with the NCAA tournament about to start, and we'll get into, you know, our predictions, who we think has the best chance to win it. I want to take a step back and look at the way that college basketball, men's college basketball, has been this year. I'm not going to even lie. This is probably the first time I've been locked into college basketball, men's college basketball, in a long time. I watch a lot of women's college basketball, but when I'm looking at these at the men's side, and I'm seeing you got AJ, you got Boozer, you got Caleb Wilson, you got Patterson, you got Kingston Flemings out of the University of Houston. This is the first time that I have seen the homegrown, and nothing against European players, nothing against players that come from overseas, play overseas, but this is the first time that I've seen these homegrown players, and a lot of them are going to come out, you know, and declare for the NBA draft once this season is over. It don't matter who you taking first. Who would you select first? AJ out of because I have a hard time pronouncing the last name. I don't want to butcher.
Dabansa.
Yeah, out of BYU.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what team it is. Like, and I mean, I feel like it depends on what team get the first pick, and I think that's why you seeing. I think AJ and Darren
Kansas,
Peterson from Kansas both said the same thing. Like, I don't know, I might come back next year. I think they trying to wait to see who get the first pick.
Yeah.
And I think these kids now is in different position where it's like they're very young and they had that shit. You make $5 to $6, $7 million a year. That ain't far off from what you're gonna be making, as a rookie, especially when you ain't, you already got it.
Yep.
Like it's not like you going from your mom's basement to, the opportunity to be in the league. They getting paid now, so it just makes it different. And I think they have the advantage of trying to wait and see what the draft lottery is. You know what I mean, before they make their decision. But like, it just depends on what team. Yeah, like if Sacramento got the number 1 pick, I would probably take AJ. I think if I was them, I think it's all about fit and what your team needs. And yeah, you could take the best player available, but
I forgot A-Cup Jr. is in there too at Arkansas.
I like him. I like A-Cup from Arkansas. He's been good. And there's a lot of good. And I know you talk about, the first however many 10 is Americans, but there's a lot of good foreign players in this year's class too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this draft like deep is that the teams from the buzz that I'm hearing around the league, like everybody feel like they're gonna get a good pick.
Yeah.
Which is not always the case.
Right.
Ain't that 96 draft though, right? Is that the year Kobe? That
I think
96
that was
draft?
96, yeah.
Whew, it ain't that, but
Man, you got to live up to the draft anyway. Like we hear this shit all the time. It's the best draft class. It's the best. Like you got to live it. You got to live. A lot of shit can happen. You got to live into it. But this is a very promising class, and we've seen some unusual behavior in the NBA this year in regards to teams positioning to make sure they get a good pick.
I got a crazy take. I just hate how they'll draft one of these guys in, right? And they expect these guys to come in and change up the whole goddamn franchise. Bro, that is a big fucking shooter field, bro.
Yep.
And then when they don't live up to that expectation, it's like, oh, they weak as hell. Bro, I hate it. Even for the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the quarterbacks go to the weakest teams. And just like, bro, I really want people to just let the guys that come in, let them boys play. Let them, you know what I'm saying? They gotta get adjusted to the speed of the game, the physicality of the game. But it's like as soon as they come in to a weak ass franchise,
that shit, they'll call you a bust ass summer league.
Oh,
Yep.
bro.
Yeah, some of these guys don't even get to make it past summer league before they get labeled.
I hate it.
as
I
a
hate
bust.
it with a passion.
Hey, look, I probably should have told y'all this in the first episode. I think I got adult ADD, HD, subtraction, multiplication, division, all that, exponent, whatever. Because I know my mind be, because I want to pause that for 1 second, and I want to bring it to you real quick, Fred. And you could bring me and Quiz in on this as well. But you was talking about something before we started the show, and you asked about dynasty versus parity. And I feel like exactly what Quiz just said. That's why I'm for shrinking the NBA. That's why I'm for dynasties. I don't feel like losers should be rewarded. Like if you're a loser, then you're a loser. Work hard to become a winner. Right? If you want the best, then you got to win. So when it comes to the NFL and when it comes to the NBA, I don't feel like these teams who are at the bottom should get the best talent, because then you ruin a kid who ain't lost. Imagine if I'm going to use football for example. You're a kid that went to Alabama and you only lost 2 games, 3 games maybe, and then one of those was a national championship your whole career. And then you come to a franchise that ain't won 3 combined games in the last 3
That happened
years.
with Cooper Flag. He was like, shit, I losing, huh?
Yeah.
I ain't lost this many goddamn games my whole career.
And that's my thing. So so when it comes to the draft, NBA and the NFL, my whole thing is this. Hey, if you're a good team, if you win the championship, if Oklahoma City last year they won a championship, excuse me, you get the first pick. That's what you get. You get rewarded.
What?
You get rewarded, Fred, for being
So
the
what
best.
the other teams gonna do?
Play harder.
Or bargain.
So hold on. You talking to a person that if I'm coaching a basketball team and I'm blowing you out by 50, I'm not calling off the
No,
press.
I'm the same way. I'd have stole the ball from a motherfucker with 1 leg before. You
So
ain't
you
telling
see
me
what I'm
nothing,
saying?
but I'm just saying, like, what? It doesn't make sense. And you have to have a league, though. Like, how are you going to have a league if the team who wins the championship gets the number 1 pick? It's not. You have to have a competitive balance for the sake of the league.
Well,
And that's the CBA.
Name me
For sure.
another. Name me another profession outside of sports where you, and I'm not talking about nepotism either, if you work for your uncle, if you work for your dad, but name me another profession outside of sports where you get rewarded for sucking, for being sorry. Like you can't get promoted at your job if you suck.
Yeah, and I don't think getting the number one pick is being promoted. I think it's just trying to just balance the scales out a little bit, and everybody had their time. I've been thinking about this because it's actually a very interesting topic in the NBA right now, with all of the teams doing this creative shit to try to. It's like a race to the bottom almost. You know, we looked up, and the bottom team, the bottom 12 teams is like on a 40-game losing streak or some shit. Like they only winning 13% of their games or some crazy shit, right? And that's not good, right? That's not good for the game. It's not good for anybody. But if you're in some of these markets that can't attract free agents, that don't have the resources to go and sign a free agent or acquire things to a trade, your method to rebuilding and being competitive is the draft. That's the purpose of the draft. So from what I'm hearing for Sarge as the goddamn commissioner, we're gonna get rid of all the bad teams. So how many teams do you want in the league? 8?
I want the best ones. That's what I want.
Come on, Sarge.
Okay, so when the last time the Wizards done won 50 games in a season? But yet they still around.
Probably since John Wall. What about relegation? Like how they do in soccer. You get relegated to the G League if you don't make the playoffs.
Wait, hold on. You got to explain too, because I only watched the World Cup.
Like in the Premier League or whatever, over in the European leagues, you have like the playoff teams fight, like the playing games, right? So you make the playing game, you make it to the playoffs, and if you don't make it to the playoffs, you get sent to the G League. You get sent to like the lower league.
And you got to work your way back up?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Hey, hey, hold on. Hey, so, as Mr. President.
Yeah, no, we can't do that. But
that's how it should be. Am I crazy for that?
Yeah, you're a little crazy for that. But I don't know. It's like you got to have competitive balance, bro. Like you need the draft because if AJ goes to OKC, and the crazy part is under this model that we got right now, I think OKC might get one of the picks, which is crazy in itself. But that's just a testament to their maneuvering.
And also too, just going back to it, it really changed the trajectory of like these players, like their mental. You know what I'm saying? Like these players be like, it take their love of the game away sometimes. It's like, God damn, bro. I'm on this weak ass team. You know what I'm saying? You been hyped up like a motherfucker. And you go to this weak ass team and you like, damn. Now they starting acting different. You know what I'm saying? They be in the media for all the wrong reasons and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's a product of obviously some of the veterans taking these guys under their wing too, because everybody just ain't gonna be the greatest. Everybody not gonna be good every year.
And I think that's the other issue with the quote unquote tanking is that it just develops so many bad habits. Because it's not the losing. Because if you are the top pick and you've won your whole life and you come to the show, you come to the big league, you realize how far away you are pretty quick.
Just like that.
So the losing, is one thing, but it's like how you going about it. Is the losing acceptable? Are we being taught? Are we being prepared? Are we practicing good habits every single day? And that's my other argument against tanking is like sometimes you create a culture that you can't get back.
So let me ask you this, Fred, because how did you get to the show?
Grinding.
Would you draft it?
No.
Is there people still in the league right now that got drafted in the class you would have been in?
Yeah.
Is it some people that's out of the league?
A lot of them.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so my whole mindset is how you got it out the mud. You were undrafted. You went from where you were. You worked hard. You knew you had to work hard if you wanted to be in the show. So my whole thing is, if you're a team and if you got a history, like if you have a one-off year and you just bad, I understand that part, right? Well, okay, cool. You had a bad year. You had a bad 2 years. But when you're constantly picking top 5,
you can't figure it out.
Motherfucker, no, you ain't making it to the playoffs. I'm playing. I'm really just getting my shit off because I know we ain't making it to the playoffs.
And now that player that got drafted 2 years ago is being drugged through the mud because they're like, well, you were supposed to come and be the savior. You supposed to come and do this, that, and the other. And guess what? Now, next year, that player is going to welcome the other top 5 player coming out the league. Now, he's already developed these habits, and now he's going to tell, hey, bro, this suck. Man, this is trash, bro.
Yeah.
And now,
I mean, just got to study this shit. I think it's a real method to rebuilding, and it's very hard to do. And there's teams that's done it very successfully, and there's teams that just haven't really figured it out. I think that management and front office management and ownership is a real key asset to a team's growth and direction. I think there's good teams and bad teams, just like there's good teams and bad players, but you can't get rid of the bad teams.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
you can, but I mean, they won't.
Bro, like you can't do that. Like it just don't make sense. You need the
Bad
balance.
teams to balance out. So you
You need teams. Like I'm not saying you need bad teams, but I'm saying you need teams. Everybody not gonna be the same. You need teams. If all the good teams had all the good players, then what the fuck is the point of watching? Right?
Yeah, hey, you preach it
see
to
who
the
the best
choir, Deacon. You preach it to the choir. Because my thing is this, and I think that so a while back, right, a couple of years ago, before the NIL, going number one really meant something. Yo, I was the top pick in the draft. Yeah, you know what? I win number one. Now with the NIL deals, well, I don't. If AJ decides to go back to BYU, if he say I'm not coming out this year, he gonna go back and he gonna make $7 million from BYU.
Yeah, or more.
Yeah, or more, right? And so I don't know if y'all seen him at the press conference. They made him take down his little Red Bull, and he was like, "Well, why I got to do that?"
Yeah.
Because they one of my sponsors. Like they sponsor me, but they don't sponsor the Big 12, so they sponsor me. With that being said, I think that the NIL is going to kill a lot of this. This player is going to come out into the draft, so we're going to tank. Oh, man, we see the future. We know we can get AJ in 1 year. But if AJ don't decide to come back, because back in the day, that kid needed to come out because he needed the money.
Yeah.
He needed to get his family out of certain situations. So, like, am I on something or am I on to something?
No, I think it's valid. I think you still, until the NBA rules change and there's more severe punishment for teams that are like, Cause the way I look at it in my seat, and politically speaking, like to me, it's conduct detrimental to the league to have a team, I'm not gonna say no names, sit 5 of their starters in a game. Like a talented team. I'm not saying you good, but you talented, but you're racing to the bottom because it's easier to race to the bottom than it is to fight for a playoff spot.
Yeah, that's a disservice.
Especially in the West. If you're playing. If you have a top 5 pick that you're sitting, that's 19, 20 years old, that's healthy, and you're resting them, if you have an all-star or a rising star or anybody, you have really good young players, they need to be playing, and they can win games. But until we can figure out how to balance the incentives, for some of these teams, it doesn't make sense for them to fight for a better position because it's easier to fall to the lower standings and be rewarded with a draft pick. I think that model, we need to update that. And this year is a bad example because there's so many good players that it's like way more teams doing it.
Yeah.
Because everybody feel like they got a shot to get a good player.
They need to play. They need to play.
And that brings me back to what we talked about earlier with the expansion. I'm like, so who pays? When these teams start the tanking and they're sitting at 5 players, they're sitting at good players, and if I only see one team this team gonna come to my city 1 year, and then you bring them and they ain't playing nobody, everybody's in street clothes, and now I done paid this high price for this ticket, and now I'm here and I want to watch, or I'm paying for a streaming service to watch this team play, and then, this player ain't gonna play.
Finesse.
Now all of a sudden now, like 3 of your players got injuries. Like all of them got injuries within the last 2 or 3 days. Then I look at the standings and I say, I see why you're doing it. And don't get me wrong, if I was on the other side and I was a GM, I'd be like, well, shit, have you seen the talent? Have you seen Boozer? Have you seen?
You got to do it. I mean, you almost got to do it, and it's just like we're saying. I mean, I'm more of like just a traditional lover of the game, but like there's pressure to like it's almost malpractice if you don't do it.
Yeah,
from a fan base, and I've seen that in both areas because the year we were in Tampa, we ended up fighting for that. We got a top 4 pick, which ended up being Scotty Barnes. But like you learn, like, okay, sometimes it's not like you don't set out on that path, but you find yourself in that position.
Yeah.
So I think that we can change the rules because the best product is the most competitive product, and you need the best players playing as many games as possible. That's
Getting back to March Madness real quick. There's a lot of kids, a lot of young men and women that are about to go down this path as far as playing these games. Fred, you had one hell of a run when you were in college at Wichita State. I mean, so much. I thought your name was Van Fleek for the longest time. I couldn't even pronounce your name for the
you and a
longest
whole
amount of
lot of other people.
Right. But hey, can you talk about your run that you had, and what advice you would give these people, and after that, Quiz, I want you to talk about how exciting it was to watch your partner go through that.
Man, so first, I'm just grateful that I got to go to the tournament 4 years in a row. I thought that was normal. It's not. Like, everybody don't go to the tournament every year. Scored a bunch of points, won a bunch of games, went to the Final Four my freshman year. And it's funny hearing your Prairie View story, because I had a similar story. My freshman year, we played Pittsburgh. Actually played against Steven. We played against Steven Adams.
Oh, wow.
In the first game, 8-9. And then the winner of that played Gonzaga. So we watched Gonzaga play Southern, 116. And Southern almost pulled it off. Like, it was like close. It was like a nail biter coming down the stretch. And I remember us sitting in the stands watching, like, oh yeah, we got them. Like we Southern gave us the game plan. You know what I'm saying? And we're like, oh yeah, we got them. We're gonna beat them. And so we end up beating Gonzaga. That's the Elite Eight. That was Ohio State. We beat Gonzaga. I hit a shot. I go back to my hotel room. We go to the Sweet 16. I stay up the whole night. It's my first time on SportsCenter, and I hit a big shot in the closing minutes, and they played it on a loop. And I swear I stayed up the whole night through to the next morning just watching that shit on repeat. It was my first time on SportsCenter. So, like, all those things for the first time, it's so special. We go to LA, we get to play in Staples Center in the Elite Eight, beat Ohio State and go to the Final Four. It's just a magical thing, man, because it's such a innocence and such a purity to the game, especially back then. You're so close with your college teammates. You live with them. Just, man, some of my best memories is my days at Wichita State with my guys.
Yeah.
It's funny because obviously I've been watching them play basketball for forever, but watching him during the March Madness, I really seen like how good he was.
Yeah.
Like, you among some of the top college athletes, and I'm talking about like this guy is fucking just like a killer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm still a fan. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like I'm still a real big fan of his, even though that's my guy. But I'm just like, damn, you talk about all these different people talking about how not athletic he is, how he can't do this, how he can't do this. But it's like, shit, how come he can't?
Yeah.
We seeing it.
Yeah. And big thing for me, it was crazy watching these clips. I'm going crazy.
I know you over here like,
Stupid.
man, you like you act like you wasn't there.
Man, this shit look
That's
good.
what I'm saying.
My junior year, I was getting in my bag. But I would say this, Greg Marshall, one of the best coaches I've ever been around, had the pleasure of playing for, crazy as a motherfucker, but I love playing for him. He was one of the best coaches I ever, played for. And playing in a small conference in the Missouri Valley is a coach's game. It's a chess match. It's sets, and we had to write 3 sets on the board on our, and this is why I get frustrated in NBA sometimes. In a timeout, we have 3 sets, 1, 2, 3. You have a initial play, like a transition play, and you have a late clock play. So you got 5 plays on the board, plus the defense. We might be trapping full court and whatever we in man-to-man or zone. So it's like 7 things that you got to remember. Yeah. You don't get a reminder.
Oh,
1, 2, 3. It's in order. It's like a no huddle in football. And we boom, boom, boom. That's how we played. So I say all that to say, when I got to the tournament, was the time for us to play bigger teams, bigger conferences. It was easier for me to show my game.
Yeah.
Because I played pretty standard traditional basketball inside the conference play, because it was like, that's a bad shot. Don't shoot a pull-up 3. Don't shoot a floater. Like, go off 2 feet. Like, I was trained and conditioned to play a certain way, when we got to the tournament, it was like, shit, it's showtime now. It's time to win. So
time to
my
go.
game really developed in me playing in the tournament against some of the bigger competition.
No, shit, I know how you feel, man. Because when I had my built man on 2K, you know what I'm saying? I watched they show slow motion of, you know what I mean? I was doing the damn
Man,
thing
watch
too. Like
out, bro.
how you looking? That's how I was looking with my built man.
But
Some
man,
AI shit.
man, I don't know what the records is now, but at the time, me and Ron,
Damn, you look young.
me and my boy Ron, yeah, this was before the beard. Me and my boy Ron had a good run in terms of points, tournament points and wins. I mean, Final Four, we go 35-0. We lose in Kentucky. They had like 8 pros that year. Then my junior year, we go to the Sweet 16.
What year was that?
That was 13-14. That was Julius Randle, James Young, the Harrison twins, Willie Cauley-Stein, my boy Lee, and then the other big kid that played for OKC.
they did have
They had a whip, and we ended up getting them. And it's funny because we lost. We
Oh
won
my God.
1-8 or 1-9 in my freshman year. And then we were the 1 seed my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And they were the 9 seed. They ended up going to the Final Four. So it was just crazy how history repeats itself. But man, that's some of the best times, and these are the relationships you have for the rest of your life with these guys that you bled with.
And so you're just telling these kids just go out there and enjoy it.
Man, have fun and play your ass off,
Yeah.
man. Like, it's such a stage. Like, that's the stage right there. It's such a stage for you to go
Everybody
from
watching.
Everybody watching. You could go from who the hell is that to a household name. So much fun, man. Just, and being a professional is a whole different thing. I don't even want to compare it, but some of that shit when you're in college, especially for the first time, it ain't nothing better than that.
Quiz, you got a favorite coming out of the tournament?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I don't. Shit, I really don't. I haven't even really been tuned into college basketball like that. I'm gonna tell you something real quick. When it comes to basketball, him, it ain't no goddamn argument I'm gonna have with anybody, bro. He the best it ever is.
Yeah.
He better than Michael Jordan than me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Michael B. Jordan?
No, motherfucker.
No, wait.
Michael
Like,
James Jordan, Jerome Jordan, whatever the fuck his middle name is.
Nah, bro. You gotta be talking about Oscar winning
I'm
Michael
telling
B.
you,
Jordan.
dog. I'm telling you, though. I like real shit.
Yeah.
No barbershop talk, no goddamn airplane talk, none of that shit, bro. This is my dog. Like he's really that good to me. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They could be like, man, he better than me. Yes.
Hey, now
And I
that,
argue with your ass up and down.
now that we locked in, can you talk about me like that too? Hey, cause Sarge is the best, brother. Watch your mouth, man. He good.
For sure, I got your
Nah,
back.
he gonna ride out for sure.
But Fred, you got a favorite?
No, I don't have a favorite. I did see something interesting. This is just some different shit. It's not, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't really watch college basketball like that. I've been watching a lot more this year because of the class that's coming up. But I seen something, and it said you can't win the national championship as a red team.
Wait, what?
And they showed the list of the last 25 years. And the last, 25 years, see if you can find that, Trish. Like, the last 25 years have all been blue teams. So there's never been a red champion in the last however many, 20, 30 years.
Because I'm thinking last year U of H red lost to
Did Louisville
Florida.
when they had silver?
You can go to the Final Four.
But you talking about champion.
You can't
Yeah.
win it as a red team.
Who won it when Peyton Silver and them? Who did they play in the championship when they was for Louisville?
That's a good.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
But I do want my young boy.
They played Michigan or they played Syracuse.
Yeah.
They won though, right? Louisville won that year? My freshman year.
Yeah.
That was 2012.
I thought that they won.
Yeah.
But I
So
want
that
my
might
young
have been
boy
the only
at Texas A&M to at least go deep into the playoffs. Marcus Hill Jr. He from back home. So I mean, other than that, shit. And
See, we didn't even talk about the young cat out of Illinois, Wagler. I think that is his name.
Yeah, he balling too.
Yeah, he hoop. I got so and it's crazy because seeing LeBron and Bronny on Monday night in the locker room, I'm saying to myself,
Here you go,
He'll
this
go.
Bron shit,
He
man. Fuck. You got the goat and the baby goat. Watch out, bro.
And the Uncle Goat.
It's a fucking Billy goat.
Billy goat, Earl Manny goat.
Sarge, Sarge.
No, I mean, because LeBron is the GOAT. But so you're looking at Bron, you're looking at Bronny, and I'm gonna be honest with you. 2 years of college, Bryce. I like Bronny, but I don't see Bronny being LeBron. I see Bryce being LeBron and the way that he's thinning himself out. So anyway, with that being said, one, I hate Duke. I never want them to win nothing. Marbles, water polo, equestrian, fencing, none of that shit. I never want Duke to win. And I know North Carolina doesn't have an opportunity or a chance. So I'm going with Arizona. I think that Arizona has a really good team. They the Big 12 champions. They play as a unit. I just like them. So I got Arizona winning it all. Then on the women's side, I got South Carolina because, one, I've watched a lot of their basketball. When they play together, they're good. The University of Texas women basketball is
South
very
Carolina,
good.
that's Dawn Staley, right?
Dawn
I
Staley.
ain't betting against Dawn Staley.
She be fly as hell.
Bro,
Outside
I like
of basketball,
Dawn
she be
Staley.
fly.
Dawn Staley the GOAT.
UCLA
Texas
got
team is
squad.
good. Texas team is good this
Maddie
year.
Booker is a monster.
Yeah,
Her
they got a good
mid-range
ass
game,
team.
she
Yeah.
patterns her game after KD.
Yeah.
And so it's like South Carolina, I got Texas. UConn has a really good team, but I want to see what they're going to do when they got to play more competition. So, but UConn is really good. UCLA
UCLA is good.
is really good. So with that being said, like I said, I got Arizona and I'm gonna
So you
stick
taking Arizona in the men's side?
and South Carolina in the women's
I
side.
just told
'cause
you a red team can't win, man. I looked it up.
Arizona
They
gonna
put on
win.
some
I looked it up.
Louisville.
Louisville in 2013 obviously was vacated because they cheated.
Who, Louisville?
That title was vacated.
Was that the one where
That
they
was
had
the team that beat us.
Was that the one where the coach was bringing in when they
We
had
ain't
the
gonna talk about it.
yeah?
But yeah, they had an unfair recruiting advantage. Let's just say that.
Nah, that's the motherfucker.
Was that Rick Pitino?
average
I
now.
don't know who it is. I ain't in the business of saying no names.
I
But
am.
2013, Louisville Cardinals
yeah.
and Maryland Terrapins was 2002. Those, and then you got to go back to like the 80s, 90s, UNLV, Arizona, Arizona 97, Arkansas 94. It's been a while since Red Team won, man.
Was Montrezl Harrell on that team?
Yep. Trez, Peyton Siva, Russ Smith, Luke Hancock, and Gorgie Dang.
I remember
They had
that
a
now because
whip.
I was like, I know they had to pay her extra money to sleep with
I don't know about
Montrezl.
that. They had a whip
See how
and
ugly Montrezl is? Don't worry
yeah, I
about it.
don't know
When
about
the
all
one
that.
dude that got hurt was it Kevin Ware? or something?
Kevin Ware was
Yeah,
on that
Kevin
team.
Ware.
Kevin Ware broke his leg that year. That
yeah.
was crazy.
All right. Before we get ready to get up out of here, right? I gotta ask you a question. Quez, what's the one thing we know?
Damn, you know what? The one thing that we know, I'm gonna go back to my last week's one thing we know. Motherfucking Max Crosby ain't going to the Raiders. Damn. I was talking all that shit. Damn.
Oh
But
man,
we got my boy though, we got Trey. So one thing we know, we got another dog.
did they sign with the? He didn't sign with the Bears.
No. It was just
Is he going back to the Raiders?
yeah, he said Raiders Nation.
You gonna walk your O-line take back about the Texans? You see they made a move, man.
Hey,
all
so-
right, come on now.
Yes.
Be fair, Sarge.
Hey, yeah, because I can only give my assessment in real time, and in real time they didn't have the line of what they were, by getting Wyatt Teller, getting a Pro Bowl guard. Now they look like they're actually trying to protect their franchise quarterback. So at the time, I could only go by what I was seeing and what the past. But now they look like the favorites to win the AFC South again.
Looking like the favorites. Fuck out of here.
See, he just went from just shitting on them to now they the favorites again.
Now they the
See how
favorite.
quick they change these media motherfuckers, man. They all the same. Ain't they,
Fred,
Quez?
You need to go see
hold
that
on,
lady.
Hold on.
Go get
Things
checked out.
change. Look, things change like the second half of the Lakers and the Rockets, right?
See, I knew he was gonna throw a
No,
jab.
I'm just saying because in the first
Yeah, he gonna
half,
throw a
like
jab.
things change, right, Fred? From things
Yeah.
change. What,
Nah, real shit.
Drastically too.
Fred, what do you know?
I'm glad you said that because one thing we know is that we don't know shit. None of us know shit. We can act like we do. We can act like we got all the answers. If you're giving opinions for a living, you're gonna be wrong. And the shit changed in the blink of an eye. So anybody walking around here acting like they know everything, they don't know shit because don't nobody know shit. But I know a little something, but I don't know everything.
Well, the one thing that I know, first of all, let me give a congratulatory salute to Michael B. Jordan for winning an Oscar, right?
And he went to In-N-Out Burger and was celebrated. That was
Right.
I like that.
Michael B. Jordan won an Oscar for Sinners, which, side note, one of these podcasts, we're going to have a conversation about black movies that are overhyped. We'll talk about that. It's another story for
Sinners is
another
not
time.
overhyped, bro.
No, Sinners was a good movie. It wasn't great. We'll talk about it. Just like
Sinners is great.
Sinners was good.
Sinners was great in the time.
Sinners was cinematography wise, which won another Oscar.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was great.
It wasn't great to me, but
Why
like
not?
I say, I just I watched it. I've watched Sinners 3 times, and I get it. And I understand. I even lived in Mississippi when I can relate to a lot of that that was going on, because I'm like, I was in like the bottoms in Mississippi.
So you got a different attachment to it too.
Yes, but it just didn't. It didn't catch me like that, right? So like, to me, I'm like, Color Purple is a great movie. It's long, but it's great. Malcolm X, great.
Bro.
Hold on,
Hold on.
You like. Fred, you a love and basketball type dude, ain't you?
I like loving basketball, but I'm also the worst movie critic because I like bad movies.
Me too. I
like bad movies, so
I watch them all the time on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't go into the movie with a magnifying glass like, oh, I didn't like this. Like, man, Sinners was dope.
Sinners was good.
That shit was dope as hell.
It wasn't great. Okay, I'll put it like this.
What's a great movie?
Black Panther is a great movie. Black Panther is a great movie. Sinners ain't Black Panther.
I ain't gonna hold you because how can you get that?
I think timing. And again, it's like art, sports, music, anything. I'm judging it on the time that it's in. I can't now. I'm not taking Sinners in whatever year that was, 2024, 2025, and trying to take it back to Color Purple and comparing it to. For the time that it came out, I went to the movie theater. It was fucking great,
bro. Nobody showed up to Sinners with a banjo and a hat on, but everybody dressed up like they was from Wakanda.
Well, you don't want to dress up like fucking Satchel Paige and go to the movie theaters.
What I'm saying is there is more memorable stuff from Black Panther. Hi, Auntie. Name me 2 good lines from Sinners.
What that girl said when she said, I ain't gonna repeat what she
was
said.
on the table.
Yeah, she had some lines. Hey, she had some lines.
Which, by the way, like, he didn't even watch. But anyway, that's another story for another time. Michael B. Jordan, right? We'll get back to salute Michael B. Jordan, right? And so I like that. But it also brought me to this. Omar Epps is the worst actor-athlete of all time. He was bad at track. He was bad at baseball. He was bad at football. And he was bad at basketball. Like, if you go back and you loving basketball, did you watch him hoop? Like, you got, Fred, I'm one of those guys. I've been in the military. So when I watch military movies, I be like, oh, this shit is wrong. This shit ain't right. Like, what? His uniform ain't even right. You can't shoot no 50 cal like that.
Oh, you overly analytical on the movies.
On Army movies.
I'm the same way with basketball, but I also think that's how they used to play back then, too. That's how I thought about it when I was a little kid. I'm like, shit, that's how they used to play in the 80s
so
and the 90s.
So you thought in loving basketball, Omar Epps, that's how you used to play?
Yeah, that's how
but he a grown man with a scholarship.
But that's how it came out when I was a kid. I watched that movie as a kid first.
And you thought he could hoop? You hoop better than him as a kid.
No, I didn't think he could hoop. I'm saying I thought that's how they hooped.
That was the standard.
I thought that was the standard back then.
Hey, look, he's a bad actor. After he was bad in all of the movies.
I like the
Dwayne Martin is a good.
Dwayne Martin can actually hoop. That's my man too.
Exactly.
He can actually hoop though in real life.
Can't. That's why I say Michael B. Jordan. I got to give him a salute because it looks like he was a boxer.
Yeah, he took that shit.
He looks like he was a boxer. Even Jonathan Majors, when he looked like he got out of prison in Joliet. Thank you. Hey, thank you for watching the Unguarded podcast. I'm Big Sarge. That's Quez. That's NBA champion Fred VanVleet. Till next time, peace.
We out.